Hello everyone. I see a matchbox here. Where's the other piece of that? Hold on, we're gonna look for that. Is it in a tree nearby? A lot of these ones in trees usually have their counterpart also in a tree. There's a nice symmetry to doing that. That's in a tree, but it's a different symbol that I've already solved. Ooh. Something like right up there. Yeah. Anyway, that's today's mysteries. Where's the other piece of that pie? This direction, perhaps? Well, that's a different tree mystery, which is solved much quicker. Okay, viewpoints, all I gotta really worry about. This can only move up. The 4 can move up twice, so it has to move to the right once. This 4, this 5. This would overload, so the 5 now has to move up. Or down at least once. 2 has to move one of these 2 directions, but not both. Which means the 3 has to move out to the right at least once. Actually has to move out only once. Which means the 5 is now complete. The 4 would overload these directions, so that is that. Done. Okay, we just have a guy in the middle of the woods. So where is his little buddy? How about you? What are you looking at? Okay, I gotta find a nice hole. It's a tree trunk to look into. It could be this one. I mean, it is a tree trunk with the right shape, but the, so I guess there's another tree trunk with the exact same shape nearby. Yeah, that's the problem with reusing assets, my friend, is that I am going to get confused of what I'm supposed to be looking at. Hold on, archway. Get confused what I'm supposed to be looking at. Because, like, this is it. This is the art. This is the... That's the shape of the trunk, right? But it's obviously not this one because there's a tree right here. So where is another tree trunk that is relatively close to this spot? Because the sightseers don't look too far away from where you first find them. This could be it here. Yeah, I mean, I get reusing assets because it'd be a pain to have to create a new asset for every single thing in the game. But if I need to know landmarks for certain puzzles, you can't have 2 landmarks look the same. You just can't do that. That's not very nice. Alright. Let's restart that, because I missed a ring, or I hit a ring funny. Oh, there's a whole thing I gotta do. Okay, hold on. We gotta start. I think we have to go through. Ah! Messed up. We gotta go here. We gotta go in through this direction. And then go down and then go through here. And then don't. Ah! Ah! Yeah, there's another one where the movement system kind of works against the puzzle, where half of the difficulty is dealing with the movement system rather than actually dealing with the puzzle. There we go. Cool, let's get a memory grid out of the way. Okay. At least this one doesn't involve some weird way of displaying it that you can't understand. It's just a white. This has to be over here somewhere. No, I've got to find a spot to see all three of these. Ah, through here probably. How many memory grids we got in this area anyway? That's quite a few. That's unfortunate because I don't like them. One symbol per light area does force this move. No dark squares, but we do need to connect all dark cells. One per light area. That's what that's going to be. That's what that's got to be. That's taken care of. This is a maze I haven't solved. It looks like an easy one, but the segments are rather large. They seem to think I can do this one in 10 seconds, so let's do it in 10 seconds. There's got to be something for you. Right, is there a red up on top? No, it's just get a nice angle over here. We'll see them both. Have I done this one? It looks like I have not. "38-second time" does mean this one should be a little more challenging. Either that or it's just a long pathway. Oh. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. I go this way. I do have to go, yeah, like this. I guess the challenge is jumping over those pieces. Like this. And that's the end of the maze. Okay, let's get yellow in place. Let's get green in place, and then let's get red and blue. Alright, wasn't too bad. There's a puzzle there. Found it. Is there any move? I can make a move here, but that's not going to help me. I can make this up, but then that's the move there. Okay. You are going all the way out here. That one's already done. I think we have to sneak up on this guy. Seems like that's the move. Here, probably? No, just a little more. Wandering Echo up this direction, and a shifting mosaic. We can bring this and then bring it back. I think... yeah, that just needs to go up. It's gonna go into this archway, like definitely going that archway. This another sneak guy? Looks like it. How many of these freaking Shioras do I have left? Oh, we'll see. We've done more than half. At least there's that. But it's not much consolation when there's 80 billion of them. In there. And we're good. How about you? What are we looking at? We're looking at the door to this from way back here. Actually, on the other side of it. I think we just have to pull... Oh, well, that was not much. Let's try. If I sneak this way... Okay, you just need me to not move. So where... I think I gotta be up on top of the wall to get that light motif. So this direction is an automatic fail. So I think... This is it? Yeah, this is it. Alright. Let's get yellow in place first, then let's get red. Then let's get... Oh, we gotta do it with the cyan in place too. Because then all we got left is green and blue. Oh, that would have been too easy, I guess. That one is here. Looks like we got an archway here. I heard another archway as well, which is over here. Down there. I'm hearing Shioras blinking in and out of existence, but on the... That's also not that one. Hold on. Up in the air. How do I see it? I'll just launch myself. Oop. Ah, there's one right there. Okay. I'm gonna have to be over on this side, I think. So I can see them all. There. Oh, no, there's that one too. Maybe I do need to be on this side, but where am I gonna see all three of those? Here. That's where I'm gonna see them all. There's the spider. I see it up to my upper left. One symbol per dark and per light area. This is going to either go that way or that way, which means that's got to be dark. That's got to be light. Okay. Now, regardless, that's a dark. That has to be light. That's got to be light. Okay. That has to be light. Means that's dark. This could... Now, if this is dark, this would have to be light, and then what's it going to connect to? So that is light, that is dark. That can't connect. Are these all L shapes? These might all end up being L shapes. shapes. So that's the piece that goes here. So oh. Well, I guess I could see it just from here. Okay. Thought I had to do a swag jumpy thing, but I don't. Isn't that nice? How about you? Have I already done this one? It looks like I've already done this one. Yeah, it's already solved. That's good, because it looks complicated. I hear another guy disappearing. I gotta sneak? How am I gonna get there? Without jumping of any kind. Yeah, how am I gonna get onto this? Okay, I guess that counts. Weird. Alright. Okay. That for sure is happening. And then out of this bottom corner we have this move. But then out of this corner what do we have? It looks like maybe we immediately go to this, comes down like this. Yeah. Weird pattern. Let's see what kind you are. You're gonna make me work for it. Where'd he go? Alright, guess I gotta sneak up. Yep. How many of these freaking shy auras? I've got like 10 of them already today. Let's make our way up through to the Serene Deluge. I've been here in a while. Okay, well that's got to be blocked. Connect light cells does force me to make this choice. Don't have to connect dark cells, which is nice. If I were to connect these, I would have to block the light cells in. So that's got to be dark, which means we do have to make this choice. 5 can't go all the way over there, so it does have to move up at least that far. Maybe farther. Yeah. Alright. It's just on the other side, maybe? No, where's the red piece? Is it inside this building? It is. Oh, that's not too bad. That one's been done. Okay, AC, one symbol per dark and per light. So we have to make the 3 here. We have to do this, means they can't connect here or there. Can't connect there. This has to connect. This has to connect. Block, block. I don't know why I wouldn't just do that, but we'll see. Oh, this light still has to come down and connect to something. So it's not going to connect to the 6, it overloads. It's connected to the 5, which now has to be blocked. This has to come out. This has to come out and connect. It's going to have to connect this way. So the 6 is like this, and then these black cells have to move up to the A and the C. Interesting puzzle. Is there an arch here, or am I just imagining? I'm imagining things, but there is a wandering echo down here. Uh-oh. Just following the water, I suppose. Okay, that was unfair. Don't go into the ground. I can't follow you there. Okay, this will be the last thing we do. So the first thing we do, we should get the blue. Then let's get the red. Getting the green will be interesting. And now we just get... let's get cyan. That's not going to do. 1, 2, 3, and then there, and then we just pull the yellow in place. There's also something over here as I was walking through the water. I saw that. That was the shifting mosaic. I always forget what these are called. Looks like the only move is here. That wasn't too bad. See, when we're not playing the shifting in phase enclave, they're actually not that bad of a puzzle type. Huh. Well, going up would be a losing move, because how would we get this section? Going down would also be a losing move, so we do have to move over. We could then come this way and lose. We could also go in here. And then this will be fine. This will be a winning move. We'll get all the way. And here. Cube. Ah, right there. Okay, well that's finished. Connect light cells. All dark regions of area 3. This could go, it's fine. Actually, if I did this, we do that, yeah, problem. So, that's how you block it off. Light cells connect. We could put a spot here, but then we would block, so this has to be light, which means this 5 is finished. Okay, so to get here, we need to do 4 down. It's four long, so I need to be a single point here. How am I going to do that? This is where I started. If I come down here, I can move over a spot. And then I think we're good. Yeah. Where's green? Ooh, interesting. This guy needs to be flown to. You know what? I kind of prefer if most shy auras were not the white ones, where you have to guess what type they are. Like, I don't know, it doesn't make much more of a puzzle if you have to guess what type the shy aura is. They should all have either red, green, blue, or purple, so when you see them, you know what the puzzle is. How do you get to that shy aura with that ability, right? Like, otherwise it's just, you do have to do it 4 times. It doesn't really make it a puzzle. It's just, you have to guess what you're supposed to do. Okay, I see something way up there. The fact that it's a really big box I can see from far away makes me think the other one is small that I have to be standing close to. But it could just be up on these ledges somewhere. It's interesting we're playing the Autumn Falls music right now when I'm in Serene Deluge. I must have hit like a music change trigger going into Autumn Falls, but not hit the trigger when I went back into Serene Deluge. Okay, that's this. Here's the castle this way. No, it's not that. I think it's where I was before. It's that arch, but I have to see a pink tree. That's right in front of me. Maybe that one? Looking at the... no, this one. Looking up at the arch. This doesn't feel right. This is the location. Yeah. There we go. Was there something here? No. Just hallucinated. Briefly. Hey, music puzzle. Where I thrive. Let's see this. Okay. Interesting. Still sounds like music without being, you know, Mary Had a Little Lamb levels of simplicity. Oh dear. So we're going to go up and down on this. Which direction? This direction. Uh-huh. Do I have to drop? And then we got to go back. Oh no, that just drops me back to the beginning of the whole freaking maze. So, I need to get down on that side, though. But cross this way. I'm gonna get over here. There we are. This is a leitmotif from this side. Okay, don't make the pattern. Alright, so it's a snake where you can only bend at these around like this. Like that. Can't squeeze through there. Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. Ah. Okay, so we can't have that. Can't have that. Or those. Connect all dark cells. Well, so far so good on that. If we had... We'd have to make dark cell there. If we put a dark cell here... Is there any way that's a light cell? If it's a light cell, this has to be a light cell. Which means this would have to be a dark cell. Which is fine. Right? No, we can't do that. Okay. So no to all of this. That's a light cell. Which means this could be a light cell. That cannot be dark, neither can that. If we had this, we'd be in trouble. That's gotta go up. Any of these get me in trouble. This pattern's annoying, so... if we did this, we'd be in trouble, so that's dark. Okay, it's really irritating. Alright, well that sent me all the way up to the top, I guess. Okay, am I looking from up here? I'm looking from over here. There's another one around here somewhere? I don't know. Sounds like there's a cube really close to here. Don't know where it is though. Not too bad. Is it up here somewhere? Might be on top of this. Yeah, there it is. Grab one of the sites here, shall we? Well, that's looking at... like, up this big ol' pyramid, but... or not pyramid, this big ol' edifice of some kind, but we're not looking at it from a certain side. Maybe that's the tree, but we're looking up. Well, I gotta be looking up, like, this sort of thing. Although I don't want to see the light motif. I don't know. Am I looking up from this roof? Doesn't look like it. I also don't see those 5-star puzzles, which I should probably do someday. Excuse me. How do I sneak to this location? Ah. There we go. So I've got to be looking up. Maybe I'm not looking up at that. Maybe I'm looking up at one of these. Ah. Hold on. This stripe and that spiral are what's behind this building here. So I need to get an angle that I'm looking that way through it. Maybe it is over on the top of here. Hold on, we got a puzzle right there we can grab. Okay. Want to be able to see. Oh, yeah, there's a Shiara up here at least. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, big waste of my time. Let's try that again. Let's see, if I just sneak around, we'll be good. Alright. So where would I stand to get that angle of that sky? It's this angle, but I need to be looking... Not looking at that part of the building. I'm looking at a part of a building that doesn't have... Huh. I might actually be looking from like here. Yeah. No, no, no. There it is. That was tricky. Well, if I've leveled up, let's take a look at that. An Echo of Time, huh? More than mere beauty, page 3. Something I loved about humanity was their very instinct to... Oh, no. No, try that again. I screwed up. Something I loved about humanity was their instinct to solve problems. I see it in the Pneuma as well. My crafts are more than artwork. They are the vessels of growth. The Pneuma have risen to these challenges, but there are harder problems to turn over beyond the garden's borders. Not all will be able to approach this problem with clarity of mind. Even now, the smallest threads of doubt are taking root. Finally, this explains the whole story. But also leveled up. Goddess of Wisdom, which I imagine is only for men, but we'll see. Clothes. Oh, hey, I can wear Goddess of Wisdom, so I can wear the... Okay. Which one's better? I'll wear this one. Okay, let's make... Connect all dark cells, but no 4 in a row, so we do have to block here. Anything else we gotta block? No 4 in a row means I could put a light cell here. I would just be forced to put light cells there. Okay, what am I doing up here? What if I did put this? What would this force me to do? It would force me to bring... Oh, it would block me here, so we can't do that. We do have to put a dark cell there. So if we put a light cell here, perhaps, we would have to do... We'd be blocked again. So I think light cell has to be there. Yeah, because we can't escape this way, so we have to escape out this direction. Can't have 4 in a row in any regard, so there's that. No 4 in a row. Yeah, we gotta have dark cell here somewhere. We gotta come through here as well. What's the way this is gonna go? This way or through here? There's gotta be dark cells in here somewhere. If I did this... could still bring it up and around. What if I made this a dark cell? Well, we'd be in trouble. So that's a light cell. That does solve this. Uh-huh. Yeah. If this were dark, this would have to be as well, so that's light. This would be a problem. Nope, that'd be fine. How about a nice rolling block puzzle for all my friends? Can't go either way there, so how am I going to get... I need to get one... I need to get, like, 4 or get a 2 here. It's not possible to get 2 across here, because there's no way it would go from there. So it's 4 across, or 4 by 2 either there or there, which would mean a 4 by 1 here or a 2 by 1 there. It's probably a 4 by 1 here, which is a 2 by 1 there, 4 by 1 here. Yeah, so this is how you do it. Good puzzle, everyone. Glad y'all came by. How about this one down here? Well, let's get these out of the way, perhaps. Yeah, sure. Sure, that's a puzzle. I'm hearing it, but where is it? Oh, it's right down there. Alright, let's grab it. A little bit of Sentinel Stone action here. Let's get in the center, probably where we want to be. Oh, hey, we've been here. How about I end with some Ascension Grids? So we're nearby those. Do 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 do. Meow meow. We'll just grab a couple because I don't want to be here too long because we are nearing the end of the video. 2, 3, 1. No pattern like that. That's weird. No knights move. Okay. So this would be bad. No, it wouldn't. It would be bad for this. So this is not where it's going to go. Now it's got to be a light cell. Now if I put the 1 here, it couldn't be there, but we could do 3 in any other position. Let's start with it. If we had it here, yeah, we'll see. Where could I put 3 that there would be spot for 2? This is one way to do it. Then it would be like so. It would be like this. So that is not how it's done. So is it... What if I did this? That's the only spot I could put it. So what about... It's not like that. What if it's over here? It's only that. So it can't be 3 in a row. What if it's something like this? What if it's something like here? Here and there is possible. Has to be on the edge. That can't be one, so this would be... Okay, now what if I did the other edge? Like this. Can't be that. Can't so that would be where the 2 is. There. Can't be there. That would have to be blocked. That would have to be blocked. So I gotta get 3? Okay, that's annoying. 1, 4, and 5. No squares connect all light cells. So we can't do that. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't ever block things like this. We could try to figure out which one is the one, because if we did this, what would happen if we had that? Not much would happen. Like, we could do this, right? Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Dark regions of area 3. Well, that one's settled for us. This has to move down at least once. Well, we can't move down all the way like this because we would... No, yeah, because we can't put a dark... In fact, if we put a dark cell here at all, we're screwed. So that has to be a light cell. This can't move out that far. Either here or there. Putting it here. If we had this as a dark cell, we'd have to make these dark cells. Okay. No, that's fine. Just guess until we get it, I suppose. How about you? Another 2-star puzzle? Okay, 1 symbol per dark and per light. Alright. How do we go from here? The 7 could only move this far down, but don't know where else it would go. Can't block that, so it's got to come out one way or the other. Same as the 13. This 4 could just stay up here, but it also could be something like that. What if we had a light cell here? We'd have to block... Yeah, so that has to be a dark cell. It's not connected to the 4. It's not connected to the 11, probably. Could it be? It could be. No, because then how on earth would we get everything connected around this edge? So I think it's just connected to 13. That's got to be there. Which means we did, in fact, have this set up. This has to connect to the 11. Which means we have to bring it up. Like this. There. So now the 13 has to come down, like so. Not too bad. A couple more. Ooh, okay. There's got to be 7 here, 4 here. There has to be at least 1 dark cell in this row, and then there's no there's going to be 1 dark cell in this row as well. So we have to do it this way, and then this way. So I don't know which one yet, but it'll be one of these. This is complete, and these are done. So now this is done. This is also done. So one of these 2, but not both, has to be these two, which means this is complete as well. Nice. Don't make 4 in a row white, but we can make 4 in a row black. Connect dark and light cells. So these must be light. Huh. Now what? No, 4 in a row, which means these must all be dark. We can make one more going this way, but otherwise it has to be dark this far. Let's see. The white has to go through this way. Like so. Okay, it's a stupid pattern. Dark regions of area 6, we can't put it there. We can't put it there either. Is that possible? No. Dark regions of area 6 means this has to escape. Okay, I gotta figure out, okay, that's the pattern I can't make, so this has to be the 6 here. Don't know what else right now. I can't make that pattern, so this has to escape here. I mean, I could just do this. So this just can't be done. We have to go there. This has to be a dark cell. It can't be. Okay, don't really like that. Okay, rectangles only, no elbow bends of any kind, so this could be a dark or light cell, but we can't have that. We could have it here, though, because of this piece that's missing. Like, this is possible. Yeah, we can't do it there, though. Not sure what I'm going to do here. Alright. Worth a shot. Not an obvious first move is the problem. See, if I put a white cell here, I'd have to put a dark cell, but I could put a dark cell here just as easily. Just put a white cell there. That's not going to happen there, though. Yeah, I don't know about that either. I just don't know. I don't see where the first move is. If I put a light cell here, I have to put dark cells there, which is going to cause a problem, I think. Nope, that's it. That's a very unsatisfying puzzle to do. Jeez. Let's grab this one and be good for the day. Connect all dark cells. So there's no way to make this a light cell, because then these would also have to be light cells. That's a dark cell. There's got to be dark cell in here. But what if we just had that? Why does there have to be dark cells back here? There's no way that's a light cell. So that's a dark cell. Same with this. Those are dark cells. We could... How would I make 3 in a... It wouldn't be 3 in a row, would it? It could be like... No, it couldn't be like that. Because then, what would we do here? But then how would we get the dark cells down there? Let's see. This would be a problem. This is fine. Okay. You know what? I'll do one more. One more. Okay. Connect dark cells. That's all I know. We got some corner rule stuff to deal with. Can't do that. So we got to figure out a way like this. And then we just have to do... Oops. So... Can't be that. So what would I do here? It's this piece. Where are the places it can go? It can go here. It can go there. And then this makes 9, for instance. Yeah, but what's that connect to here? Because this is the only way, but we can't get that. Where else can it go? The 9 can go in all of these spots. That's 11, so only 2 of these can be removed. It could be these 2, probably. This, I think, would work. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's the direction we have to go. Okay. Neat puzzle. We'll stop there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope to see you in the next one, and all of that fun jazz. Bye.